great day, a little bit overcast, but I'm gonna head out that way, Okeechobee, and then we'll see where we want to go after that. Alright, coming up here to the old crossroads. I think I'll just swing in there, grab me some breakfast. Alright, breakfast is done. Got a full belly, ready to roll. Alright, we're coming into the big city of Okeechobee here. Bustling on a Saturday morning. Oh, we got everything you want right up here. This will be on State Road 70. We're going to go up here till we hit 441. And we'll be heading. That'll take us right to the lake, and from there we're going to head around and make our way over to the west side of the lake, and then off over to a little town of LaBelle. Alright, we got through the big city of Okeechobee, got through it. Coming up here the intersection 78, which we're going to be taking around to follow it around the west side of the lake out to Moorhaven. Alrighty, finally got through all the traffic and the congestion and the traffic lights, and we got clear sailing out this way now. This runs right along the edge of the Lake Okeechobee. Take that all the way around, and we're just gonna ride around the whole lake today, just do the whole loop around. Some of it's on some not so great roads. Big, you gotta take a 4-lane for a little bit, but a lot of it is on some nice little 2-lane roads. And not a lot of truck traffic today, seeing it's Saturday, but you got a lot of people out with the boats looking further boat ramp and throw the boat in the water. So we're just gonna continue on this out to Moorhaven and make our way over to LaBelle. And there's a nice little park over there. I'm gonna go check it out. It's right underneath the bridge of the river. And we'll just see how it goes. Alright, made it out to Moorhaven. Got a little detour here. They've got the roads all tore up. We're just gonna be heading on 27 north just for a little bit, and then we're going to be heading further west out towards LaBelle. Alrighty, get off of this big road. Get back on some nice little 2-lane here. And here we go. Got 19 more miles to LaBelle. Coming into LaBelle up here, the Loosahatchee River, going up over the bridge up here, and then down around back under the bridge. Hang out there for a little bit, but it's a pretty cool, it's an old town, old Florida town, old cattle town. The town was actually named for the daughters of an old pioneer cattleman who the county is named after, Henry County. But his 2 daughters is where they came up with the name LaBelle. Hanging out down here underneath the LaBelle Bridge. Taking a little walk, stretching the legs. Nice little park down here. They got a library down here, a little historical center. And pretty nice little park right here. Alright, heading out of LaBelle, going back over the bridge and try to explore a couple little roads I found, and we'll see how that works, where that leads me. Well, alright, that didn't work out because the 78, it just kind of dead-ended down there, and I couldn't figure out how to get over to it, so I'm just going to try something different, and I'll have to try that another day. But I'm gonna go straight up here through town and down. There's some little back roads that'll take me back over to 80 and up around the other side of the lake, and I'm just gonna go with that. Here's my county road. Let's see what this one looks like. This is all strictly agriculture, this whole area. There is just nothing out here. Alright, I gotta stop and get a photo of this because this says Panther Crossing, next 5 miles. That's pretty cool. I don't want to really run into one, but it would be kind of cool to see one. Alright, made it through the back roads, the county roads, back out here to the state road 80. We'll take that up and wind our way over to Pahokee and back around the back side of the lake over there. Pretty desolate out there. Nothing out there. It was 2 straight flat roads. Just a lot of empty space, cattle country, I guess. And I did see a couple school bus loads of watermelons. So they must have some watermelon fields out there somewhere. Made it through Pahokee. We'll stop up here. There's a little shack on the side of the road over here. Get me a little cold drink of some sort, some water. The Fat Gator. Little tiny hole in the wall. Here we go. Here at the Fat Gator. Made it all the way around the lake, probably about another 20 miles back to Okeechobee, and home from there. But nice little stop-off spot right here. Shade, got a nice little bench outside to sit on, and made a day out of it. Down to Montley, back through some really back roads, back out onto 80 again, and around the west side of the lake, and just came through Pahokee. And here I am, stopped off on my little ginger ale, and then we'll be heading back towards home here shortly. Managed to make a nice day out of it. So, take my break here and then I will be on my way. Alright, time to pack it up. Head out down the road. Alright, coming up on the locks. Going up over this big old bridge up here, goes over the St. Lucie Canal, part of the Intercoastal. You look off on my left there, see the big old lake sitting up there, and we just rode around pretty much the whole thing on the home stretch right now. But there's a big old lake that sits in the middle of the state. Yeah, we'll stop up here, the old JMS. This way to Okeechobee. It's all cut over there. Keep that cut off over to 710 and ride down Morton Highway. One last little scenic ride on the way home. We'll take a little ride down Morton Highway. Beautiful little roadway. Nice canopy of trees for most of the ride. And bringing you that much closer to home. This will be the last really nice stretch of riding. But this is a pretty road. Four-way stop up here. Gonna bang a left and be to the last home stretch on the way back to Fort Pierce.